Hello everybody and welcome to our brand new series here on BigCTV called Chris and Cory Eat Disney Springs. This is the show where we go to every single location at Disney Springs and we eat all the things. So, of course, I'm Chris and I'm joined by Cory, the two people who are the names that are in the show. And we're here to try all kinds of different food locations. So, like I said before, the idea is we're going to be trying every single food location that serves food or drink at Disney Springs. We're going to give you a definitive ranking of all of them. So we're going to try all of them. We're going to review everyone based on a certain metric, which talks about, of course, presentation, value, taste, and atmosphere of each location. And then we're going to rank them. And by the time we're done with the show, we'll have every single location ranked at Disney Springs. It's going to be a long, ongoing effort, but we're going to do our best to give you the most balanced and expensive, because we're paying for this all on our dime, unless you want to help out. We'll talk about that later. So, before we begin, if you want to interact with this show, because we want to make this kind of a more interactive show than what we're used to on BigCTV, if you have any suggestions for where you would like us to see us go next, be sure to tweet at BigCTV Show. Use the hashtag EatSprings and make your suggestions for where you want us to eat next time. Or if you go to Facebook, look up BigCTV. You can leave a comment on where you want us to eat next time on our show. So we figure this is the first show, so we're going to start off with a location that neither of us have ever eaten before. And it's a place that's, you know, the reason why we haven't eaten here before is it literally just opened. It's the newest location at Disney Springs. Cory, are you ready to go to Flavortown?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure?
Moderately sure.
Okay. We're going to Flavortown. We're going to Chicken Guy, the Guy Fieri chicken quick service restaurant that just opened right next to Planet Hollywood. So we're going to check it out. We're going to review it and share our thoughts. So let's head over to our first location for us to eat Disney Springs. Let's do it. Here we are at Chicken Guy, the brand new restaurant that just opened at Disney Springs. We are excited to try this because both of us are hungry. And let's see how it is. Here's a look at the Chicken Guy menu. It's a pretty straightforward menu. They've got chicken tenders, they've got sandwiches, some side dishes, and a bunch of sauces. So pretty straightforward menu, but it looks delicious and I'm excited to try it out. If you're trying to figure out where this place is, it's kind of in an unassuming location just right behind Planet Hollywood. So it's kind of near Planet Hollywood and the Coca-Cola store right over there. So if you're looking for where Chicken Guy is located at Springs, that's where it is. So should be good. Here's the inside of the restaurant here at Chicken Guy. Very vibrant, very colorful. This kind of has a list of like what all the sauces are, kind of describe what they are. So, and cool little illustrations if you were curious about what is in each sauce. There you go. I like the atmosphere of this place. I think it's got a pretty cool vibe to it. It's supposed to be kind of fun. And it smells good in here, and like you can kind of see the sandwiches and stuff being prepared behind the counter. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. This place looks good, and we'll see how it all turns out. But I'm pretty excited to try it out. There he is, the man himself, the mayor of Flavortown, Guy Fieri. It's not really him; it's actually cut out of him, but still, he's here looking over his chicken and the restaurant. Good times. So one thing that's kind of cool is they have their own branded cups that has logos and stuff on it. That's kind of neat. So Cory, what did you get?
Southwest sandwich.
That, apparently.
Enjoy.
Are the fries
Oh.
coming?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What did you get?
We had the Southwest sandwich. I forgot what's on it. But
That's okay.
it's a bunch of sauces, chicken. They said something about roasted peppers, charred corn, and some other stuff. That sounded really, really good, so that's what I was going for.
All right, and looks like you got your fries too. So I guess you have your food first, so go ahead and try it if you want.
Try these fries first.
Apparently they're specially seasoned.
Yeah, these are really good.
Yeah.
They kind of remind me of Checkers fries.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a bit more. I think it's a bit better in flavor. But yeah.
I mean,
first time
Guy
it came to
Fieri
my
is
mind
the
was
mayor of
like-
Flavortown, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, you know. Okay. We're gonna try that sandwich. Look at that sandwich. Let's
Yeah, it's
just take a
massive.
look at that sandwich. It's big. It's got a lot of stuff on it.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, it's freshly cooked, you can tell. I mean, it's like the chicken itself is pretty hot. You get some beans. I forgot to add about the fact about the beans in there. There's the beans and the corn and some of the other stuff in there, and it blends fairly well. I like the bun. I think the bun has a flavor to it, but I can't put to it. But that's pretty good too. So keep those in for me, especially for the price that you get for it.
So how much did you pay for your combo?
So 12 something.
That's not bad for a Disney restaurant. That's not bad at
Yeah.
all. So
Not at all.
yeah.
That's for a combo. That's the total thing. So you can get like, you know, if you don't want to have the fries or something like that, which I don't see why you wouldn't. The fries are great.
Yeah, they look good.
I think you might as well get it. You can probably just get the sandwich or get the chicken tenders and the drink. You know. But yeah, pretty much all good.
All right, awesome. My food just arrived, and look at that monstrosity. Looks great. I'm excited to try it. Let's do this. So I got the 3 chicken tender combo. Comes with fries, 2 sauces, and then I also got a mint chocolate shake. I'm gonna try this first just because I know it's gonna melt, and I want to be able to really enjoy it. I've heard this is good. Let's try it. Bottoms up. This is really good. It's minty. It's not like over the top minty. It just has a nice general flavor to it. I think it's got like a Girl Scout cookie in it or something. And it's got Oreo and lots of chocolate chips. I mean, look at this thing. It looks gorgeous. It's really, really nice. I enjoy that a lot. All right. My take on the fries. They're specially seasoned. They have like a special seasoning on it. So let's see how they are. Yeah. They have like this nice seasoning salt. It reminds me a little bit of like adobo. It's a little different though. Like it has a nice bite to it. Of course, these are well-cooked fries. So I'm digging these a lot. I think they're really quite tasty. Those are really good. So highly recommend that. All right, so now I'm gonna try chicken tenders, and I got 2 different sauces. When you get the 3 tenders combo, you get to choose 2 different sauces. So I got brown sugar barbecue, and I got the special sauce. So I'm gonna try each one, and I mean, it's gonna be a while before I can actually check out all the sauces because there's so many sauces. Here's the tender. Smells really good. There's definitely some nice herbs and spices in the seasoning. It smells great. So I'm going to start by trying it by itself, and then I'm going to dip it in the sauces and see how it goes. So try it straight up. Bottoms up. The breading has a really nice flavor to it. You can tell it's very fresh. It's got a nice bite to it. It reminds me kind of those like Tyson chicken tenders that you can sometimes get from like grocery store. Only difference is you can tell this is a lot fresher and has a lot more flavor to it. So now I'm gonna dip it into the sauces. I'm gonna start with the special sauce. See how this is. That's a good sauce. It's kind of tangy, has a little bit of spice to it. Very well balanced. It's got like pickle juice and mayo and a whole bunch of different ingredients in it. But combined, they work really well. So I like it. I think it's a really strong sauce, and definitely one you should probably try out, because I mean it's the special sauce, so it's kind of the signature sauce of the place. Now let's try this brown sugar barbecue. See how that goes. Very nice. It's got that sweetness of molasses and the brown sugar, but it's got a little bit of a bite to it though. I think it's got some pepper in it. So both of these sauces are excellent. They're both really good. They're very different with the tender. So I highly recommend, if you're gonna get the tenders, try to get different sauces that are like significantly different from each other. Just because there's so many different ones on the menu. I mean, there's 22 different sauces, so you might as well go for something that's like polar opposite from what you tried before. These two sauces are a good example of like they're very different from each other, but they're also really good. So yeah, based on everything, I mean the presentation is great. I like how they come in like these little cool boxes that are all branded for Chicken Guy. The shake has a cool presentation. It looks really fancy, looks really nice. The taste is really good. The value, now granted I did get a cash discount, but everything, even before the discount, it was like $16 to get 3 tenders, fries, and a shake, and a regular drink as well. So like, it's pretty cheap comparatively for a Disney restaurant. So honestly, I think if you're looking for something that's good quality and good value, this is one of the better options. It's pretty cheap, it's reasonably priced, and the quality is good. So, I mean, I give this place a big thumbs up. We're going to go over a recap in a little bit, but based on what I've experienced so far, I give this place a thumbs up. I think it's really good. All right, so we just finished our meal over at Chicken Guy. So when we review restaurants for this show, we're going to review on 5 different criteria. First is going to be presentation of the dish, all the food that we had. Second is going to be the value. We want to make sure it's worth the money that you're paying for it. Third, it's going to be the quality of the food. Is it good? Does it taste good? Fourth, it's going to be the atmosphere of the location. And then fifth, and probably the most important, is will we go back? So let's talk about Chicken Guy, shall we? And of course, I mean, we're going to go back and forth and kind of share our own thoughts. In terms of presentation, I thought the food was presented really well. They all kind of have their own cool little like themed boxes. Everything was really fun. I liked all the theming that went on in terms of the packaging and the presentation. It's a very simple thing because it's just fried chicken or like a fried chicken sandwich. But it was presented well. So I would give it probably be a 4 out of 5 for presentation. Corey, what did you think?
I think it's about right. The sandwiches and stuff that they have there, of course I haven't seen all the sandwiches, but the main one that I ordered, it felt and looked and tasted like a really big, high quality sandwich, and it was presented as such, in my opinion. It wasn't just kind of like just tossed on the plate or whatever. It was presented really well. I like how I like the little box for the fries too. I thought that looked.
Yeah, I thought the theming's really good, and I like how everything's kind of branded, like from the cups to the box that the tenders are in to the fries. Like it's all well themed and it all fits the theming of the restaurant. Yeah, so I think they did a nice job with that.
It gives a feel of slightly, I don't want to say like higher end, but like a really good like fast food restaurant.
But it's definitely higher end than most fast food. End. Yeah.
But yeah, how it's presented, it makes you feel like it's, like a kind of like a fast food restaurant. So and that was pretty cool. Like, yeah, I do like the presentation of the food and like that respect.
All right. So in terms of the value, I think the value is excellent. Like, Disney Springs is not known for being the cheapest of places to eat, but there are some pretty cheap places. This is honestly in like the lowest tier in terms of price. So like, there's not many places at Disney Springs where you can get a good meal for under $20.
Yeah.
And you can easily, I mean, you can get a drink, a thing of fries, and 3 tenders or a sandwich for $12. That's a good value.
Yeah.
Honestly, even in like especially for the quality of the food that you're getting, like I think it's an excellent value. So I would definitely rank this in the upper echelon in terms of value for Disney Springs. I would give it a 4 out of 5 for that. I think I'd be tempted to give it a 5, honestly. Like I wish there was a little more food, I guess, but like the quality really balances everything out, which we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, I would give it a 4.5. I'm
4.5?
giving it a 4.5. Because again, it's pretty much that same, pretty much same thing that Chris is talking about. I feel it definitely more on a bigger end for me. I feel like everything here is really, really expensive. There's very, very, very few places that gives you good quality food for a really cheap price. And Chicken Guy does all of that and more. And the combo deal is just
good.
An incredibly great deal because you're getting a lot for it, and I feel moderately full. You get free refills on the drinks.
Yep.
Which helps out a lot, and I mean, like, everything is great. Everything's delicious. So I feel like that's really like it really hits home for me as far as value goes. So I'm giving it a 4.5 on that.
Yep. All right, so in terms of quality, I think the quality was great. Like, all the food we had was really delicious. That shake is really good. If you're looking for like a really nice shake, I want to try the other one now. They have like a cinnamon apple one that sounds really good.
Yeah.
But that mint shake was good. Like, it was very good.
It has some type of cereal. I forgot. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I think, like that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And that sounds great.
Yeah, so I got to try that one eventually. But like, the shake was good. The fries, they're well cooked. They have that nice seasoning. That seasoning is really good. That's one thing I think the Chicken Guy does better than a lot of places that serve that kind of food is the seasoning was excellent. Like, every single place, the seasoning, like every single thing, the seasoning was really good. Like, the fries were well seasoned. The chicken was well seasoned. It was definitely fresh. Like, there were parts where like the breading kind of peeled off the chicken. Like, you could tell it was very freshly cooked.
Yeah.
So like...
Yeah, when
I thought it was great.
When I got my sandwich, it wasn't warm. It was
hot. Yeah, my tenders were hot too.
Yeah.
So I would say I would give it a 4 in terms of quality. So like, it's very high marks around the board. We're trying to be a little stricter than how we normally are with grading things, just because we know there's so many places to try at Disney Springs.
Yeah.
We don't want to set the bar too high.
Yeah.
But so we're trying to be very, very strict. So like, the fact that this place is getting all 4s is very good. Very good. So yeah, definitely a 4 for me in terms of quality. I think the quality is excellent. Very, very tasty, very flavorful. So,
yeah, I agree with that one.
Okay. And then lastly, atmosphere. Well, second to last, I guess. Atmosphere I thought was good. The biggest problem I have with it, like the inside, the atmosphere is really cool. It has this fun little flair to it. It's very Guy Fieri. You know, the colors are very vibrant. It's got this nice large cutout of Guy Fieri standing inside. It's a fun atmosphere. The problem I have with it is most of the seating is outside, which in Florida is kind of rough because it's really hot in the summer like it is right now. And I'm sure in the winter it's going to be cold. So like, outdoor seating in Florida is very hit or miss. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not. But I would say, I mean, it's a 3 for me. Like, it's got fun atmosphere, it's enjoyable, but it's not like top tier or anything.
I'm going to be a bit more strict. I'm giving it a 2.5.
Okay.
I mean, basically the inside is basically a line and then some seating inside. And then mostly, like Chris said, most of the seating's outside. Very little cover, I feel.
Yeah, there's umbrellas.
And then there's a bunch of people waiting outside to get into the inside line.
Now, one thing I will give them credit for, which is part of why I gave it a 3, is I love that they have these guys walking around called sauce slingers, where they basically like just have a bunch of sauces. They're like, here, what sauce do you want to try? So I think that's cool. Like we actually got a sample of the sweet and sour sauce after we finished filming, so we tried that, and that was pretty good. I need to try it with the tenders, because I think it'd be much better with the tenders.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they do that, because they know that a lot of the draw of this place is there's so many different sauces to try. So like the fact that they've got someone around who's like, here, you want to try this sauce? Okay, there you go. Like, I think that's a cool touch. That's a nice touch to it.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
So
I don't feel like it was necessarily like enough for me to bump it up to a 3.
that's fair.
It's just like the colors are cool. I do like the when they show that when you walk inside and they show you the little illustrations of the chicken and the different
sauces. The illustrations are good, yeah.
The different themes and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, it's line, some seating. The music was basically the same music that you kind of hear in like a lot of different places. I mean, like I mainly hear like at my work, at my job. So
it's the usual top 40 stuff, so nothing like special.
So like it was mainly that, and then of course like again outside seating, we sat near pretty much the line where there was a lot of stuff going on. It wasn't like an ideal environment for me to want to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that. I mean, as far as that goes, that's my take on it. The sauce slinger guys, that's what they call them, the sauce slingers. Those are that's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
And the guy that we had was pretty charismatic. So
he was.
But yeah, it's a 2.5 for me on the environment.
All right, so last and probably the most important would be go back. I would say pretty hands down. Like this is definitely like as someone who typically when I go to Disney Springs, just for me, or just for fun, like usually I'll go to the cheaper places just because I don't want to spend a ton of money on food at Disney Springs. So usually I'll gravitate towards someplace like Blaze or Earl of Sandwich. I would definitely put Chicken Guy in the mix for that, just because I think the quality is there, the value is there,
and reasons to come back is there.
Oh, like, so many.
Yeah. It's they give you a reason to come back more than just like, oh, I can't wait to come back and try that exact same sandwich again. No, it's like I want to try this different sandwich, or I want to try these sauces. Chicken tenders with these
It's the sauces that are the big thing for me. Like,
yeah.
He talks about how the sauce is boss. Well, like all the sauces that we tried were good. Like they were very good.
Yeah.
That special sauce I think was the highlight for both of us.
Definitely a favorite.
That was good. So like I really want to try more of the sauces, just to see how good they are. But they have a whole bunch of different kinds of sauces on the menu. So, like, I'm honestly very curious as to how they all taste. So, I'm definitely going to come back, and I definitely want to try more sauces with the tenders. I want to try the sandwiches, too. They look pretty good. So, that is going to do it for our first ever episode of Chris and Cory Disney Springs. Hope you enjoyed it. And this is, of course, the show where Cory and I come to Disney Springs and we eat all the things.
All the things.
All the things. So if you want to get involved with the creation of this show, if you want to help make suggestions for what you would like to see us try in the future, be sure to go on to Twitter and tweet at BigCTV Show. Use the hashtag EatSprings. Let us know what place you want us to try on the next episode. Go on to Facebook, look up BigCTV, comment what you'd like to see. And especially if you want to see us do this show more often and try more things, become a Patreon patron. I know I don't plug it very often anymore because it's in the end credits, but Patreon would really help us because, I mean, all of this is done out of our own pocket. Like, we're not getting any kind of funding for this, whatever.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to do it based on when we can afford to do it.
Yeah.
So if you want to see us do it more frequently and more often, if you're willing to help us fund this project, go to patreon.com/BigCTV and try to fund us. We're working on some cool rewards. I'm going to try to revise the rewards in not too long, just to kind of entice people to donate a little bit more. But yeah, if you want to become a patron, go on to patreon.com/BigCTV and help us fund more episodes of Chris and Cory Eat Disney Springs. So hope you enjoyed the first episode. We're going to try to do this bi-monthly, so like every couple weeks-ish or so. So look for another episode in not too long, but I enjoyed this. I think it was fun, so we definitely give a big thumbs up to Chicken Guy. We enjoyed it a lot. It was great. And we'll see you on the next episode of Chris and Cory Eat Disney Springs. Bye.
All my friends, whoa, come right in.